We're taking a look at the Isaac School District here, some $28 million. Hector, good to see you. Hector Diaz, founding partner of Diaz Law. First of all, I think we have to say, look, the teachers are in a bad spot, the students are in a bad spot, the parents are in a bad spot, and it looks like it may have been caused by this board of the Isaac School District that didn't have their financial house in order.
Right.
All right. Is the board liable going forward for this?
You know, potentially. There has been some ask by the legislature, I think, that they wanted the Arizona Attorney General to look into potential criminal exposure. I mean, we're not, put aside civil liability for a second, criminal exposure. And, you know, some of the reporting that I've had a chance to review is that the AG apparently said, you know, we're not going to take a look at this. Whether that's true or not, if it's true, that's really surprising. In terms, you know,
why is that surprising?
Well, I think the Arizona Attorney General has always made it their job to look into potential malfeasance or, you know, any kind of you know, let's use the word corruption, any kind of issues like that within state government. And so for them to, if it is true again that they've passed on this, that's really surprising. And so some of the information that I've read, you know, just kind of looking at this issue is that the Arizona legislators are asking the county attorney, Rachel Mitchell, to look at this issue. And so somebody's going to look at it from a criminal, and if there are issues there, you know, we're talking potentially fraud schemes, theft, you know, whether they're procurement violations, nepotism, things like that they're going to look at.
What if they just didn't know what they were doing?
Absolutely. There could be civil liability as well.
Okay.
Now, you know, those are things that I think these board members are, you know, to the extent they're going to remain board members, I mean, that's an issue. Some of these board members probably want to hire their own lawyers here very soon in terms of looking at criminal or civil liability going forward.
The other side of this, Hector, is this bailout, which is also unusual. So here you have another school district, Tolleson, that apparently has a lot of money sitting around. First of all, that's the first thing that surprised me. And then they want to loan it to this other district that has proven they're not very good at handling money.
Yeah, that's a big issue. If I was a resident in Tolleson, I want to know, why are we giving this money here to a district that couldn't manage it, right? They do have a receiver. Now, in fairness, the Isaac School District has a receiver that is now going to be running the district, and so there's at least some oversight there. But yeah, that's a real issue. I think that to the extent that there's any review here, that lease buyback is going to be reviewed as well.
So, I mean, as far as you know, legally, is it legal for a school district to loan money out and take a lease? I mean, they're not a bank. They're there to educate.
Absolutely, and you know, this happens between two businesses all the time, where there's a lease back, or it happens in real estate quite often. The peculiar issue here is given the bailout, that how it's being couched as a bailout. So I think this is something, to the extent that you have prosecutors or you have some government review, this will be reviewed as well in terms of whether this was legal, sufficiently legal under Arizona and federal law.
Hector, thank you so much. We'll have you a little bit later on in the show. We're talking about this plane crash, this very unfortunate crash. All right, Tram.